Okay, I think that worked. They should be synced right now, and I'm able to use my phone as well. How cool. All right, so good morning, YouTube. Today, decided I want to start taking longer format art videos, just kind of showcasing how I do this process, how I drop my pen on the floor. No. And just kind of be like, hey, if anybody's interested, I'm going to be doing art every day sort of thing. I mean, I'm going to try it out, see how I like it. If I like it, I'll keep doing it. If I don't, then it's out of here. So, I've got like this prayer journal that I do some art in sometimes, and a lot of the times it's just going to be me transferring the art from there to there, but you'll get to kind of get an inside view on my thoughts on the process of making the art, and then also just like what the art means to me, that sort of thing. So without further ado, let us get started. So this situation, I'm going to be taking a picture of one that's in here. I kind of want it to just be like unedited, that sort of thing, or just like minimal. Or if something's just like obviously just like that doesn't belong in the video, then it's out of here. Which I understand it's important to separate your personal life from your business life. But with my art, it's completely different because it is personal. I realized that doing commissions is not for me. It's just that when I make art, it's a very specific style that I like to go with. And I'm not really able to do that sort of thing when it's just doing commissions for people. So in this video, I'm just going to be doing the inking process right here. I'm just going to be testing this out, putting it out there on YouTube, because I want to be able to get used to the process and streamline it, because I don't want it to take up my entire day. I just think like a half an hour of me doing art is going to be nice, that I can just kind of get used to being in front of camera, being used to posting and all that stuff. Let's see here. Insert a photo. Perfecto. Sweet. And ideally, I'm going to have some other people come on here with me, and we can do art together. I think that'd be a lot of fun to collab with people. Get to do some art challenges, hopefully. That'd be cool. But this canvas is far too small. So let's copy this, go over. Oh, yeah, there we go. That was a nice crack. Not screen size. My second largest canvas. Flip it sideways and paste. Yeah, boy. Let's make that a little bigger for a nice fit. All right, now I got my layers set up. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know if here, I might just record on this thing real quick. I may get a view just like this of the iPad. Hey, say hey, Larry. His arm broke. Oh, where'd it go? I don't remember. But anyways, I might just get a view like this. Just have it sit here or something with that bad boy. Oh, I actually can do that. Ooh. Anyways, or I might just have the screen recording, depending on what I like. Because I like being able to pick this up and call people and take videos and stuff. You want to insert it in later. This isn't going to be the longest video. I just want it to be more of a test run. So it's not going to have the most amount of content. But these are going to be mostly for me. If the people like it, fine. If they don't, no concern here. Because I just want to be able to post some YouTube videos and be like, hey, yeah, I remember what I was like back then. Remember what was going through my head, why I made that, what that meant to me at the time. definitely leave it down in the comments. I'm not just saying that to get more engagement, but because, like, that's not really my goal right now. It's because if I wanted to just edit the crap out of something, I could. With this, I just kind of want to get to know myself a little bit, which sounds stupid, and get to know the community that I'm going to build. That sort of thing. One of my favorite things is consistency. I love being able to get up in the morning and do the same thing every day. For me, art was originally just me being angry and drawing things that just like monsters and crap and just stuff that, like, I was an angry kid, I should say. So I'd just be like drawing like demons and crap like that, which I was always told, like, hey, your stuff's really dark. I was like, who are you? I don't care. But now, looking back, I can say that my stuff has definitely changed for the better, and I'm very happy. Regarding the art style, one day I just kind of sat down and I was like, hey, I gotta figure out the art style that I'm gonna be using, because I want it to be recognizable. There's a lot of people that I'm inspired by. One heavily is 1000. I like his, just, what's it called? Like graffiti-ish-esque art style. Just the, like the name implies, just like the childlikeness of it. It's very cool. And you can just tell that it's his by looking at it. That's how I want mine to be, is I want you to be able to say, hey, that's Isaiah, that's Beza's artwork. Yeah, the art name that I'm going with is just Beza. I shouldn't say just Beza, because I don't really ever like saying just, because it's better to say simply, because then it kind of just minimizes what you're saying. So the reason I went with that name is because I like Bezalel in the Bible, who did the art for the tabernacle. It's kind of what I strive to do as well. I like being able to serve the Lord with my talent. I have actually done some murals. I think I put them on Instagram. At our church. Thing is, it's not really my flow, which sounds contradictory. It may be. Who knows? But they definitely paid me well, more than I should have been paid with that experience level. They made it worth my while. It was a good learning experience as well. It was a lot of fun, actually. Being able to sit there after hours, and there was actually another guy there that was painting with me. He was one of the youth leaders, because I'm still in the youth group. I'm a youngin'. His name was Jay. Is Jay, I should say. He ain't dead. And he was working on one of the other murals while I was working on the big old orange one. He was working on the ones for the retreats that we go on. It's fun to just sit here, and, well, not sit here, I'm standing. Ooh, I'm at 20%. iPhone stamina. Anyways, he would be working on one mural while I'm working on the other. He's a really fun guy. So we'd just be like joking around, listening to music and preaching. Jonathan Shuttlesworth, Daddy and Nenche, of course, and Dag Hayward Mills. Pure salvation. Pure salvation. So my channel is not really going to appeal to the masses, I should say, but it will appeal to like-minded people, I should say. So if that's you, then stick around. But if it is not, then guess I'll see you later. It's going to be interesting to see how my art kind of changes once I actually get good at Photoshop and start using the vector brushes and stuff like that. Because right now, when I zoom in, this stuff is like pixelated. And I'm curious to how the overall feel of my artwork will change once I start being able to vectorize my art, if you know what I mean. I always thought that was like the coolest thing is vectors. It's a mathematical term. So this art, it's like this piece I should say, it's like an emperor sort of dude, just up in the sky. Like with the helmet of salvation, that sort of thing. It's just like, remember who you are. You've been set high above the nations. Seated in the clouds, that sort of thing. And I'll explain it more in the more videos that I put out. If I put out any more videos from doing it this format, because I mean, I might continue it, I might not. But yeah, like my art style and sort of thing, it's like, I just sat down and I was like, hey, I like this aspect of this and I like this aspect of that. So I'm going to mush them all together and see what comes out of it. And when people ask me, they're like, hey, what kind of art do you make? It's an interesting question to answer because I like to create things in other people's image, I should say. Because, yeah, we're made in God's image. I mean, he's invisible. But there's lots more to him. Like, different aspects of him you can see repeated in creation. And it's very majestic to behold. It's one thing that I like really appreciate about the Lord is that he didn't waste any words. Like, when he said something, he meant it. When he says something, he means it, I should say. So cool. It's like reshuffling a deck. Yes. Yeah, what I mean by that is like, just like the whole relationship between, Christ and the church, like with a man and a woman, that sort of thing. I find it intriguing. And he definitely creates a lot of metaphors with himself. And I like to be able to copy that trait, sort of, with my art that I make. And be able to say, like, 17 things at once with it. With me, I kind of see it as another form of communication. It's like, sometimes people just talk just to talk, but other times people, you, like, write out a whole speech. Sometimes you just got a little outline. Sometimes you just say it word for word. But there's different degrees, I should say. That's how it is when I sit down to make something. Sometimes it's like, hey, this was really impacted on me, and I want to make something to show that. Other times it's just like, hey, I want to make something that looks cool. But I find that the best looking things are also the ones that mean the most to me. That was tangential. Put one line into another. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Now that one is, oh my. So in terms of like the whole decoding my stuff, I should say, is for me, I like to draw men as trees walking. Like we're vessels of the Holy Spirit or of something else. Or not at all. Nature abhors vacuum, and we're obviously meant to be filled with something. Some people are apathetic and just don't really care what happens to them. Other people are like, yeah, I know I'm going to hell. And I don't care. Met a few of those. Other people are just like, yeah, I'm going to heaven, but I don't really care. It's like, what the? Might as well get a little excited, if you know what I mean. But all that to say is, like, you're going to carry something. And I kind of draw these vessels that people are made of. Actually, I'll just start with this as well. To be able to say, like, this is how you sorted your life. This is how you used what you were given before the day of your death. That's why I made this one piece called the Urn. Dang, my voice. It's just like me trying to say, you'll be left with something when you leave this earth. You can be proud of it, or you can be able to say, I wish I sorted my life better. I wish I stewarded it better, what I was given. And then the columns that I like draw as people's legs, it's your faith. What do you have faith in? Faith is like sitting in a chair. You don't like necessarily inspect the chair to make sure I shouldn't say you don't inspect the chair, but once you have an idea of what a chair is and a trust that you can put in that chair, then you will fully put yourself on that chair and sit down without giving it a second thought. That's what your faith is. So for me, the reason I make legs the pillars is because it's what you rest your entire being on, quite literally. And keeps you moving forward. It's the most powerful part of you. And if you skip faith day, it's like skipping leg day. Because it's not the most visible thing, people tend to skip it. Because it can hurt sometimes, people tend to skip it. But if you put in the work, you'll get what you get back out, I should say. The work you put in is what you'll get out. That's with the whole like pillars of the legs, I should say. Then, because it's just like, what's your foundation, that sort of thing, that you're building your house on, that you're setting your pots on top of, your urn. And this was like, you can kind of see my art shifting. At a certain point, it was just like, I know where I'm going with this. I like where this is going. It's starting to mean something, you know? It's almost like a code and less of a piece. I just love having different aspects that just always mean the same thing. So then you can see the message clearly. I want you to be able to look at the big picture and it be beautiful. The closer you look, the more intricate and beautiful it is with every piece. So I don't want to rush myself. Which means that I'll probably be spending a few days on each piece because I don't want to be taking up all my time doing this. Because, I mean, right now, until I'm able to make larger amounts of money from it, because right now I am actually working on a job making a logo for a men's ministry clothing line, and then also possibly some of the designs, but I might not also, because of the fact that it's like, if I don't stay true to, it sounds very artisty and I don't like the sound of it, and that's why I haven't made these kind of videos up until now. Because if I don't do it, it's like David and Saul. If I try and go out there with a method I haven't proved and tried, then I'm gonna get crushed. But I've got unique weaponry. It's also fun to just be able to practice getting my thoughts out in these videos, I should say, because it's always best to be good at communication in every area of life. These horns are supposed to represent angels / spirits, because it's simply that, it's a faceless vessel. It can pour out and also be filled. It can deliver a message. It can be used to give praise. It can be used to attack, be used to defend, make music, all those sorts of things. It's also a symbol of strength. It says, I will order my angels to be with you wherever you go. So that's why putting these on this dude. With me, if it's a self-portrait, I like to include the little crest I got in my head, because that's the one thing that I always want to make sure is on my mind. It's the fact that you can live holy, you can live healthy, you can live wealthy. 3 big things that a lot of people hate. It's because the devil hates it. That's why it's so controversial. Then the reason I draw people with like the plants coming out of them and stuff like that is because it's your fruit that you produce, which is it's the result of your heart of clay. When I see a person and through this lens, it's your heart is just a lump of clay. It's either dry or it's ready to receive and bear fruit or be molded into something new. That looks dope. So when a seed gets put on that fresh lump of clay that is your heart, something will happen if it is nurtured correctly. So there's those 4 different types of soil in that parable of the sower. So whether it's a made-up plant or what is, that's what I mean when I put down when I put down the fruit that comes up out of you. And then this mask, this persona that people wear, it's either crafted by themselves to be a lens through which people see the world, to be an identifying factor. That's why it's the helmet of salvation, because you gotta remember who you are. That's why that's such a big factor in this piece, is because that's what I'm trying to convey. Remember who you are. Remember the power that you've been given, the authority that you've been given, I should say. Which these videos are probably gonna be mostly tailored towards Christians. That's why I'll call you my brothers and sisters. But if you are unsaved, you are welcome to watch as well. Just may not get some of the things I say. I'd like for you to be able to. Well, I know that is not going to be the case all the time. And that is looking pretty spunky, I'm not going to lie. Ooh, yeah, baby. Next step. Time to slap some color on this thing. This one, I might make it sort of like a sky scene. Just, there we go. That's kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, and then sometimes I'll just draw people as just statues. It's like that belief system has just crept into all of you and just fixed you in place. The less segmented that it is, the less room you have to move around. With that persona, that mask, that perception that you wear, it's either crafted by you or somebody else. Some people wear multiple. Sometimes they fulfill a purpose. Either way, we all have one. This dude should be like skin tone color. That'd be kind of cool. One thing I do like to do when I'm making these is to kind of do my coloring, I should say, and then just do like a really strong fill where it like seeps into all the colors, and then it kind of does the coloring for me automatically. It's like not single tone, but I'll show you what I mean in a sec. So it's time we come up with a name for this dude. Ooh, I like that color. That is cool. I like it in this gray slash, what even is this, like greenish? I like my art to be simple. What I mean is simple for you to take in, not necessarily simple in its nature. And the fruit that you bear, that's just the result of your actions. That's the result of your heart given an opportunity. So sometimes you'll see like seeds coming out of a person's mouth is because the things that you say, those are seeds that you sow. And those will come back to you as well, for good or for bad. I'm going to use mine for good. This is looking dope. I like where it's headed. Nope. Yes. There. Sweet. Okay. I think I might just have like a real-time replay of this thing. That would make the most sense, I guess. Anyways. So let's get a wider version of this and stick it in here. Okay, let's see how that's working. How about click there? Sweet. See, stuff like this I might edit out, or I might just leave in. It's just a process of just filling in all these little nooks and crannies. Not trying to be entertaining or anything like that. But don't like that. There we go. That is sweet. Maybe these clouds should be orange or something, but because it doesn't really present much contrast. I could shade them with orange. That would be kind of cool, like a sunset sort of thing going on. I might add some red in these horns just to create some contrast. It's gonna be cool to see how my process changes over the years. My motivation, my expertise. That looks horrible. Better. That actually could do it. Let's try it. I like it. Oh. Maybe. That was an accident. But who knows? I like it. But I'll probably just keep that in the shading aspect. I like to be able to go back and shade with a contrasting color. With me, my favorite not character combos. My favorite color combos would probably be green and gray, like a nice chartreuse and gray. Because for me, it's just embodies that fact of stone and nature. Not everything is complicated, but I do like to be able to have to dig a little bit to enjoy. Makes it more rewarding in the end. That's what, at least that's how I feel. Alright, now let's make this a little bit more crimson-y. Well, orange, I should say at this point. There we go. I like that. So I'm gonna start doing that in just a second. That's actually how I get my line color as well. Is I'll just do a what the heck? Just a nice fill. Okay, that's annoying. There you go. That will be fixed later. And fill these porous things in. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Yeah, buddy. I like for these to be entertaining for people, but if it's not, probably gonna still do it anyway, just because I want to get good myself, and just being on camera / just practicing art in general, making the I should say, using leverage of media. Okay, there we go. Because of the whole fact that I know that art is a talent that was given to me. I want to nurture it. At the same time, I want to get good at skills that I know I'm going to be using in other areas as well. Like talking to the camera, just being comfortable with it around. What else we got? Being able to just go off the cuff, I should say. That looks kind of cool. this weird pillow thing going on. Okay, there you go. Actually, yeah, I mean, I like it. Fill. Nope. Something ain't right. We gotta make this a little more composition-y. Make the colors more cohesive. What I mean by that is, feels like something is going on over here and something different's going on over here. I want to make sure that it's all tied together nicely. Chef's kiss. Sweet. That looks suspicious. Good. In the coloring phase, I like keeping it simple so that later on I can shade it and it doesn't look too outlandish. Not necessarily outlandish, but confusing. Ooh, that actually looks sick though. I'll probably just be shading with orange. It's fun, I mean, with the colors, honestly, unless I have something in mind, just me kind of going with the flow. Be like, yeah, that looks cool. Yes. Me like it. Okay, now, for the fun part, pick a color like this, I should say. Yeah, that's good. Then ramp this thing all the way up like that. Make it all confusing looking, which that is good. Perhaps I could use the other color complementary side. That looks strange, but I like it. Ah, garbage man is here. I like this. I would put this honestly right here. I might do that someday, actually. It's kind of cool. But should probably make it a little pastelier. Yes. A little less saturated. One thing that I like to do is, I'm not sure about the saturation. I will duplicate the layer. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I should get this a different color. What color should I make it? Nice deep green. With that. Okay, I do like that. That looks cool. It's just a little bit too light for me. So probably just take this and ramp it down a bit. Nope. Ramp it up a bit. That looks like throw up. That's better. Like the meteor tone it's got going on. So I'll probably have to change this background color to fit. That's good. Like that. I don't like what it's got going on with the eyes though. I do, yes. Yeah. Okay. Finish this up quick. So on the next episode, I'll probably finish the shading of it. This is why I duplicate the line art. So I can just go in here and color it. Probably take a really dark brown. Get a clipping mask going and fill. There you go, that's nice, I like it.
Did you already take the dogs to get their nails clipped?
I did not. Is that open today? Are they open today? Monday and Wednesday, I believe. Oh wait, I was thinking today was Monday for a second. Okay. Alrighty. Now, just time to play with the saturation. Let's grab this. Put this up here. Turn this down. Oops, no, wrong one. That. Throw it under here. And get my airbrush eraser out. And go to town. We got a few minutes left on my recording time. Yep, that's what I like right there. I just like to go around the edges and just make it a little bit less saturated in the areas where it's not supposed to be as interesting. It's supposed to just like melt into the background and that sort of thing. Don't know if this is making it look better or worse. I'm gonna keep doing it. Gonna commit. And there should be a way for me to just color. Yeah. Alright, that's it for now. See you later. I didn't want to wait to finish it till tomorrow, so I just went ahead and fully, you know, just went with it. So here's the final results.